life of a hunter. It's not about an end result, it's about an expedition, a journey that leads us into wild places, both near and far. In a time where some believe hunting is not relevant to modern society, we carry the torch and stand on the foundations of those that have come before us. We continue to invest into the ecosystems of which we must sustain. It's an effort to conserve, to provide, and celebrate God's renewable resources.
Hey, 380 plus.
It is our life. It is our passion. And we make no apologies for our God-given right to hunt. Canada, a sportsman's paradise. With landscapes and scenery anyone would enjoy, the reward for your travel efforts are instant upon arrival. Canada is also a place known for its large population of black bears. For Mark and Kenneth, that was the reason for their 2019 spring trip to Saskatchewan, which was highly anticipated. Every trip for the Give and Ride is an adventure, but this one has its own special recipe of adventure.
You excited?
I am, man. I've been excited for a year. Well, last flight in, dude.
Flight number 4?
Flight number 4.
This plane is much bigger than the last one we took in.
I like this.
Yeah, I bet you
know
do.
what I like the best about it? LSU colors. Purple and gold.
Did they win anything?
Thanks, Reed. Appreciate it, bud. No problem. Have a nice day.
Every time, brother.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
How do you do?
Kenneth. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. You ready for us? Yeah, you bet. Huh? The bearded wonder. How you doing? How's it going, buddy? Well, how you doing?
Upon arrival to camp, Mark and Kenneth meet up with their guides, as well as their good friend Tom Nelson, who is legitimately a true legend in the hunting industry. After getting settled into camp, the guys take a few minutes to make sure their bows are dialed in, while enjoying some laughs along the way. This Canadian adventure is no doubt a remote experience, a true disconnect from the busyness of life, and a connection to nature that can only be experienced by making sure cell service isn't even an option. Prior to their first hunt, the entire crew spends ample time in the Canadian waters, enjoying all of what this trip had to offer.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, you be careful with this crew. I mean, you got legends in there. Look at them.
This is going in my book here, too.
What book's that?
The book I'm going to write.
Hey, Rhino.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Big book of bear hunting.
Tell him he's got to learn to read first.
It's going to be called Almost the Truth.
Is somebody gonna write that book for you? It's our first night here in Saskatoon bear hunting. And we got legendary Tom Nelson with us. We got Kenneth in camp. It's just a great time here. We got first night, these guys went out and checked their baits this morning. They saw a bunch of bears. They actually had to chase them out of there. So went fishing this afternoon. Our infamous guide back there, Rob. Yeah, he's a little shy. He's gonna get us started though. Guys, good luck. It's a scary camp, that's all I can say.
He's in the wrong season.
Oh, I thought we were moose hunting, my bad.
The Give and Ride is being brought to you by Expedition, Element Outdoors, Realtree, CVA, Hornady, and Shockstrap.
We're off. Here we go.
Go get them, buddy.
Get the grease hot, boys. We'll be back in a little bit. This shouldn't take long. We're headed out for our first afternoon here in Saskatchewan. It's kind of neat here. I'm with one of my heroes here.
Yeah, right.
I'm being honest.
You're being kind.
One of the icons of the business here. We got Mr. Tom in the boat with us today. So anyway, I'm honored to be up here with you. Thank you. Thank you.
We've been working on this hunt for a couple of years, so it's finally come to fruition. We're here. We're in for a great week of bear hunting, I assure you.
As Kenneth and Mark hop in the boats and head different directions, the anticipation for what's to come is no doubt high. Around 20,000 black bears are legally harvested in Canada annually, amounting to a maximum harvest of less than 5% of the actual population. Overall, the harvest level is within recommended harvest rates to maintain healthy populations in Canada. And to date, this black bear population is thriving.
We have arrived. This is our first evening hunt. We just baited up above us and we passed the spot that we hunted all year last year. The bear that we were after is back on this bait, not more than a quarter mile away. So we did not harvest a bear last year because we were after this bear specifically, and it got laid on us and just never happened. So it's a little bit of a redemption this week. Be nice to get in here and see that big boy first night.
With Mark on one part of the island and Kenneth on another, the action picks up nearly instantaneously.
We literally just got here. The boat is pulling off right now, and we've got a bear coming in right now. Looks like a sow with cubs walking in right now where we sprayed the Big and J earlier. Here she comes right here, right up underneath us. This is crazy. I've bear hunted a bunch. I've never had this happen before ever. Not this quick. It's our first night here back in Saskatchewan. From the time we pulled up in the boat, we've had bears here all around us. This is only a quarter mile from where we hunted last year. We hunted for six and a half, almost 7 full days for one specific bear that was in here. And he just eluded us the whole time we were here. So we're back on kind of on a redemption trip. He's here. We're just south of where we were last year, down the river a little bit. He's been here the last 3 nights, along with a bunch of other bears, so we're hoping we get a good look at him. Got Kenneth in camp. He's on the other side of the lake. We got Tom Nelson with us on this trip, so camp's really special this year. There's a lot of bears in here. This is so cool. Be able to sit here and see these bears like this.
Meanwhile, back on Kenneth's side of the island, the unexpected was about to take place.
Oh, shit. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
clipping trees right now. I mean, it's no secret that we're filming. I got a guy in another tree right here filming me, Matt, and a bear just run up the tree below him, and there was sounds that come out of his mouth. I don't think he could make them sounds again. He thought he was finna get eat. I thought he finna get eat too. I had to run him back down the tree with an arrow.
The Given Right is being brought to you by Scrape Fix, Dead Ringer, Cupped, PFC, Victory Archery, Burris, and Lethal Products.
I rode by this spot yesterday and I thought it looked pretty good. That's the reason I told Greg to come back here, because it just looked really good, and I thought that it might be a good spot.
You got more BS. You don't know what a good fishing spot looks like.
I couldn't even get back to the camp.
Greg's got us a good spot here. We fished here last year, didn't we? We fished here a couple times, right? So,
What we need to chunk?
Pardon?
What we need to fish with?
Big spoons.
Big spoon? Okay.
bigger the better, he says. Ken Lee, professional angler. He just puts one up on the shore there. He can't tell the difference between fishing and bear hunting. What you got to say about that?
I got it, Greg.
What are you going to say about that?
Not a thing. Look at this
Don't
big
have to
joker
cast
right
up
here.
on land.
Hooked up? Oh, I'm hooked up.
Nope.
Look at that, Mark.
Yeah, oh yeah. That boy Ken Lee.
Following the morning fishing trip, Kenneth and Mark head back out for day number 2 in the Canadian wilderness.
If you could script an afternoon in Saskatchewan to bear hunt, this is the script that you would write. It's probably about 70, 72 degrees. We caught fish, northern pike and walleye all morning, actually, into the afternoon. Had a great lunch. We're back in the same spot that we were last night. Two big Bruins we have in here. One is just traditional looking, big head, big neck, real thick rump. The other one we call Lanky. He's kind of, we laughed, he looks like he has a couple extra vertebrae. He's longer than the average bear. That's the bear we hunted last year, so he's in the area. But these juveniles come out early. They're not afraid of humans at all. They don't see us very often. They're just young. The older ones are a little more smart. They don't come out. They're a little more elusive. Wait till later, till dark, so. That's probably what'll happen tonight. We probably won't see our big bears if we see them till later. I don't know if you could ask for a more beautiful day than what we've had so far today. We got up and had breakfast this morning, and Mark and I went fishing, caught a bunch of pike, caught a bunch of walleye, and then came back to camp and had a little nap, shot our bow a little bit, and now we're sitting in a bear stand. But what was probably the coolest moment of all day is whenever we got out of the boat and walked up, there was a bear in one of the stands right here whenever we got up here. There was actually two of them, but one was actually sitting in the stand. So we had to actually get them out of the tree. It was small bears. We actually had to get them out of the tree before we could get up here. For some reason, Matt didn't want to climb up with them in the stand.
If they'd been in my stand, I'd have just come on up here and grabbed them and, you know, gently put them on the ground. But Matt, nah, he didn't want to do that. Y'all know I'm kidding. I can promise y'all one thing. It will be a great sit here this afternoon. Got a little light wind right on the bank of the lake, watching ducks fly in. I could sit here and go on for 20 minutes and telling y'all about how great it is, but I think I'm gonna sit back and take it all in. Listen. I can see him right there. Trying to figure out how big he was. And then this sow come in right here. And then he started walking around that sow. And you could tell how much bigger he was than that sow, so. It looked like it hit him good. Thank you, Lord, thank you. Yes, sir. Pretty bear. Oh, yeah. Look at that, man. Oh, man. Look at the noggin on that joker. There he is. My 2019 Saskatchewan black bear. Oh man, I have had some fun trips up here in Saskatchewan. Whew! Thank you, Lord, thank you. Ah, yes, sir.
The Given Right is being brought to you by Big and J, Reveal, Grizzly, Tacticam, Swagger, and The Grind.
Oh yeah. What do you think?
I think you did well. I think you did real well. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm happy.
You should be. Very nice,
Thank you
man.
for bringing me, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mark's spring bear trip was actually unsuccessful, but fortunately for him, he returned in the fall for one more shot at redemption.
I can catch up with Kenneth. He's one bear up on me. And I don't like that. I'm coming after you, Kenneth. reason I'm grinning so much is Tyler and I have a jinx going. That's the first bear in 3 years we've killed, and we've been on multiple hunts. Yeah, we've passed on a few and probably made a mistake on passing on a few, but that's the first one that we've killed in 3 years. It's a cub bear too. I heard he's laid over here. I can hear him breathing real heavy. Bam. We finally got Kennedy. Yeah, baby. But here.
Bear down, baby. Oh, yeah.
The 2019 Canadian experience for the Given Right was one to be remembered. It was full of joy, harvest, and opportunities to celebrate our God-given right to hunt.